With only two SEC teams losing this past weekend, the question has to be asked, which SEC quarterback had the best performance? Here are my nominees. Up first out of Auburn, we have Jackson Arnold, who went 11 for 17 and 108 yards and 0 passing touchdowns. However, on the ground, Jackson Arnold had 16 carries for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns in the 38-24 victory over the Baylor Bears on the road. Up next out of South Carolina, we've got Lenora Sellers helping the Gamecocks advance past the Virginia Tech Hokies 24-11, going 12-19 through the air for 209 yards and a touchdown, adding 25 additional yards with his legs. Up next, we've got Garrett Nussmeier with the Bayou Bengals taking on Clemson 17-10. Nussmeier put up 28 for 38 for 232 yards and a touchdown and added a few more yards with his legs. And moving on to a more one-sided affair, we've got Gunnar Stockton leading the Georgia Bulldogs to a 45-7 victory over the Thundering Herd of Marshall. Stockton put up 14 for 24 and 109 yards for 2 passing touchdowns and added 73 rushing yards on 10 attempts and 2 more touchdowns on the ground. And then last but not least, we have Joey Aguilar out of Tennessee, who just absolutely stepped on the throat of Syracuse and never let up, going 16 for 28 for 247 through the air, 3 touchdowns, and even had 34 rushing yards. So I think Jackson Arnold actually impressed me the most. I think the expectation for him was to do just enough, and he did the opposite of that. He did more than enough and took care of business, especially on the road. So when it goes to exceeding expectations, I think Jackson Arnold had the best week. And if we're looking at straight statistics, I think I would have to lean Gunnar Stockton here, but with the quality of opponent being what it is, you have to take a huge grain of salt with that. So taking the quality of opponent into account here, I think you've got to say that Nuss had the best game on the road in Death Valley Junior, I guess we're going to call it now, seeing as how LSU won the game. And if you actually watch the game, his statistics could have looked a lot better. I thought personally that there was a touchdown that was called back, wrongly by the refs, so he very well could have had a few more yards and another touchdown through the air. But let me know y'all's thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to see it. I think we're going to have a great quarterback class here in the SEC this year.